Hi everyone. In this short video, we are going to see what are the different database authentication methods supported by CyberArk Dynamic Privilege Access. When it comes to authentication methods, so currently we support two different authentication methods. The first approach is you can leverage upon your own user credential to authenticate. The second approach, which is the most popular one, is leveraging upon the MFA caching method. So here are the few benefits of leveraging upon the MFA caching benefit. The first thing is, so you don't have to go through the multiple authentication again and again. You can go through a multi-factor authentication just once, and then you will be able to connect to the multiple target databases. Again, the time frame can be configured by your dynamic privilege access administrator. The second thing is it can definitely help you to achieve your operational efficiency. The last thing is within the CyberArk DPA, it supports a wide range of MFA caching method. It supports passwords, client certificate, Oracle wallet. So let's look into the brief demonstration. From a demonstration standpoint, what we will do, we will leverage upon two different database access. So I will be leveraging upon the vaulted account access and the RDS access. So I will showcase to you how does the user experience is going to look like. So let's try leveraging upon the RDS access. So we will be using a user credential based approach. So here, so I'm keying in my user credential. So once I key in my user credential, I'll click on OK. So what's going to happen? So I'll receive an email for the multi-factor authentication. So it takes a couple of seconds. So here you can see I have received an email. So what I can do, I will simply click on a continue with a authentication based approach. So this is done. So within a couple of seconds, you will be able to see. So I'll be able to connect to the target database. So it took around like 20-30 seconds to connect to the target database. So here you can see, so I have connected to the Postgres database. If you want to run any kind of a query, so what I noticed, so within the Postgres, it will keep on asking you for a multi-factor authentication again. So here, so what I've observed, so I'll receive another email to go through a multi-factor authentication again. So here I have received another email. So what I'll do, I'll simply click on continue with authentication. So now the authentication is successful. So here you see, so I'm able to, I can execute the query now. So we are going to perform. So here, so I got connected as a ephemeral user, but if your user has to run a multiple query, which is usually the case, user has to go through the multi-factor authentication again and again. And the same user experience is going to look like even if you want to leverage upon a vaulted account. So let's try connecting to the vaulted account. So again, I'm going to key in my identity user credential. So I should be receiving an email. So I have received another email. So I'll click on continue with authentication. So my authentication has gone through. It takes a couple of seconds to get authenticated. So here you see, I got authenticated. Again, if I want to run any kind of a query, so user has to go through a multi-factor authentication again and again. So from an operational efficiency standpoint, it doesn't look to be a very nice approach. So that's where MFA caching feature comes into picture. So I should be receiving another email. I'll show it to you guys, and then we will look into the MFA caching method. So here you see as a user, I received another email. So I will click on a continue with authentication approach. So once I do that, so you can see, so I can run the query. So what I'll do, I'll simply click on a disconnect, and then we will try out our MFA caching method. So now we got disconnected. So what I'll do for MFA caching, so we will go to CyberArk dynamic privilege access. Again, if you go to the settings, so here for the MFA caching, you can enable and disable it. And you can configure the time frame as well, how long the session is going to be valid. So here you see session is going to be valid for SSL 60 minutes. For database, I have set it to 120 minutes. So what as a user I can do, I can simply go to the MFA caching. I will click on a generate password. So I'll copy the password, and then we will go back to our PG admin utility. So I will click on a connect button. So I'll key in my password and I'll press OK. So it will take a couple of seconds to get connected. So let's give it like 20-30 seconds and then we will come back. So here you see it got connected and I don't have to go through the MFA again. Even as a user, I want to run a new query. I don't have to go through the multi-factor authentication again and again. So here I can simply run any kind of a query. Select current user. So this is what my ephemeral user is. Again, you can open a new query. You don't have to authenticate again and again. So here, and similar thing goes for a vaulted account as well. So here what we can do, we will simply click on connect button. I'll paste my MFA caching password. I'll press OK. So within a couple of seconds, you will see I get connected and I can run the queries. So here, so we can try to run a query and you will be able to see, hey, user don't have to go through the MFA authentication again and again. So this is what concludes my current demonstration. So thanks a lot, everyone, for watching this short video.